Welcome to the Mint Report, our wrap-up of the day's business news. Here are the top stories. OIL to list advisors for overseas acquisitions. Food inflation remains stubbornly high. And markets tumble as uncertainty grows. We start with government-run energy firm Oil India Limited. Mint has learnt the company is looking for advisors to help it scout for assets overseas. The company plans to list 8 outfits that will advise it on securing oil fields in Africa. Advisors will include Goldman Sachs, Royal Bank of Canada and Royal Bank of Scotland. OIL has teamed up with ONGC to hunt for coal and gas assets abroad to help meet India's growing demand. OIL is currently focusing on West African countries like Gabon and Nigeria. Moving on, new data shows little respite in India's food inflation in the last week of September. The country's food price index rose 9.32% in the period to the 1st of this month. The week before, it was at 9.41%. Food inflation has stayed at over 9% for 3 weeks in a row now. Prices of food items have remained high despite a monsoon that's expected to have been 1% above average this year. Also on the economy, the Reserve Bank says it's concerned about the recent decline in the value of the rupee. RBI Governor D. Subbarao said the fall in the rupee was significant and that it had driven up the costs of imports, especially that of oil. On another note, Subbarao also said RBI was determined to control inflation even if it meant lower growth in the short term. The government has announced it's lending a helping hand to India's biggest bank, SBI. On Thursday, it announced an infusion of anywhere between 4,500 and 8,000 crores by March of next year. Over the last 2 quarters, SBI has been trying to cope with the after effects of bad loans. It has asked the government for up to 20,000 crores through rights issues. Shares of SBI reacted positively, gaining 0.8% on the BSE on a day both big indices fell. And finally, Indian markets slumped back into losses on Thursday after the previous session's rally. The Sensex dropped 74 points to 16,884 and the Nifty fell 22 to 5,078. Shares across sectors tumbled on Thursday. Consumer goods company ITC lost 1% on the BSE to about 202 and engineering firm Larsen & Toubro tumbled 1.74% to 1,418. The IT sector was among the day's gainers after Infosys posted healthy quarterly earnings the previous day. Infosys gained 0.55% to 2,695 and rival TCS jumped up 1% to 1,090 rupees and 80 paise. And that's all we have for you. Thanks for watching.